What up, Kings? Hope you're well. In this video, I want to talk about how AI is going to impact and is already impacting brand awareness campaign reporting and analytics. AI is making things very efficient and so much faster and more cost effective for both agencies and brands. So the first thing to understand is that your workflow for reporting and analytics has to be efficient in 2025 and beyond. And that starts with whatever DSP that you choose to start using. So let me jump into my favorite DSP called StackAdapt that I love using. And one of the reasons why I love StackAdapt is it has a lot of integrations. Let me share my screen and I'll walk you through a really good workflow that I prefer to use. Of course, there are plenty of other workflows that you can design yourself, but in this workflow that I've designed, does not require a lot of people and it's very cost effective and it's very efficient. And I love that. So let me jump into Stack right now. So as you can see, I'm in StackAdapt right now. So I won't show you everything. So I'm just going to show you the first step that I would take when I'm designing this workflow. First step is to integrate whatever reporting platform that my client is using. So let's say if you're a brand or an advertiser and you're using a Tableau, Salesforce, Looker Studio, just to name a few, I'm able to integrate your reporting platform directly in this DSP. StackAdapt makes it so easy for you to integrate whatever reporting platform that you prefer to use. So all I have to do is search for the exact reporting dashboard that I want to use. And it's going to give me options of different types of reporting platforms. As you can see, there's HubSpot as well. Looker Studio, that's a good one. So in this example, I'm just going to use Looker Studio. And of course, as you can see, there are plenty of other options here. So Salesforce is one. Shopify, if you want to get first-party data from Shopify, you can get that as well. And so many at Supermetrics, Triple Whale. Like I said, for this example, I'm just going to use Looker Studio. So if I click on See Details, I'll be redirected immediately to Looker Studio. So just make sure you're already logged into Looker Studio for this integration to work. I already have Looker Studio already open here. And what I did was search for the DSP that I want to use. So in this case, I just search for StackAdapt. There are a couple of options, but you want to go for the most advanced one. Always go for the most advanced version of the integration so that you can get as much data as possible. It's amazing. You set it and you forget it. And this, my friends, is one of the reasons why I love StackAdapt. So this ensures that as soon as I launch my campaigns, the client gets notified and is able to see all the data pouring in to the reporting dashboard. So there'll be fewer back and forths asking, hey, when is the campaign going to go live? And if there are questions about when the campaign is going to go live, that'll be done, of course, directly in an email. But for most of the time, the client will be able to see all the data pouring into the dashboard once the campaign is activated in StackAdapt DSP. Next is analytics. Now we already got the raw data pouring into the reporting dashboard. Now we need to figure out how to analyze all that data and make sense of it. Make a story out of that data. So let me tell you what's been happening for several years before AI. There would be several different teams or several different people that were responsible not only for pulling this raw data, but also making sense of that data. But now thanks to AI can do that job much more efficiently. So instead of you hiring 3 different people, paying them huge salaries, what I'm seeing the trend that is happening now is that people are just like leaning on to Gemini now. Gemini is part of Looker Studio, which is also part of the Google family. If you don't need to hire an analyst anymore that is separate from your campaign manager, it means that you can easily combine the job role of a campaign manager who is building the campaigns in the DSP with an analyst role and just train them up on how to use Gemini. Because essentially all you're doing is learning how to enter in prompts, the right prompts, so you can ask the right questions. In my experience as a campaign manager for a long time, with activating campaigns in DSPs, most of the time campaign managers know more about the campaign than analysts anyway. So you might as well combine the role of the analyst and the campaign manager into one, and then train up the campaign manager to do the analyst job, and then give them a tool like Gemini to use. And make sure they're trained up on how to enter in the right prompts to get the right answers on optimizing campaigns and that sort of thing. So I'm just going to play this short video about how Gemini works and how that workflow could potentially look, and how you can use the same workflow as well for your agency.
Analyzing data can be a complicated process, requiring specialized skills and coding knowledge, meaning few organizations are unlocking the full potential of their data. Gemini in Looker breaks down these barriers by introducing an intuitive, conversational approach to data analysis, powered by AI. Now, anyone in your organization can ask questions about their data using natural language and receive instant answers, democratizing access and empowering them to make data-driven decisions. Gemini brings 5 new ways to interact with your data.
And this is great too, because if you're going to use this workflow, if you're an agency, that is, your client can also use Gemini to ask the same questions in Looker, as well as your campaign manager asking the same questions. So that when you're having these status meetings, weekly status meetings, you can all be on the same page. You can be looking at the same data and there are no errors in that data. Because one of the biggest headaches that I've seen on the agency side is that there have been a lot of errors with data. So if there are a lot of errors with data, and that data is not accurate, it's going to raise a lot of concerns because the client is going to lose trust in you. So you never want to have a situation where a client loses trust in your data. So you better lean on AI to make sure the data is clean, because your competition is going to be using AI if you're not using it.
Conversational analytics empowers anyone to interrogate and analyze data using natural language simply by asking questions, no coding required. Automatic slide generation transforms your data insights into presentations with visualizations and key takeaways. This communicates your data stories clearly while saving you time and effort. Formula Assistant increases productivity by automating the creation of complex formulas, saving time and effort for analysts and business users.
I've seen some analysts and some agencies, even on the client side, that have had to do this process manually, and it would take like a week. What a waste of time. AI is here, guys. This is the future. This is the present, actually.
LookML Assistant helps you write LookML code faster and more accurately with intelligent suggestions, auto-completion, and troubleshooting to make data modeling more accessible and efficient. Advanced Visualization Assistant is your AI-powered design partner, generating customer charts from your prompts to tell compelling stories without the effort. These Gemini features add to the power of Looker's semantic model, which acts as a foundation of clearly defined metrics and dimensions, using the incredible power of AI to empower anyone in your organization to analyze and leverage your data in new ways, without compromising on data governance and trust.
Love it. Most agencies and most clients that I've seen, they're still doing all this manually with different teams. You don't have to do that anymore. You'll save so much time, so many headaches. The margin of error with this workflow is maybe 1 to 2%. I hope you got some value from this video. If you're ready to work with the best in designing the perfect workflow when it comes to your brand awareness campaigns, this means that if you're running any search campaigns, social, programmatic, I can help you design this workflow, integrating it with Looker Studio if you're using it, or any other reporting platforms that you have. HubSpot, Datorama, Salesforce, we can do that integration. And using Gemini as your official campaign analyst. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Let's talk about how to get you to the next level for your brand awareness campaigns. Talk to you soon.